Hey guys, welcome back to the program. Welcome back to the DeeTimeLove show. And as you can see in the intro, I've got a very interesting video. I've got the C63 Sealander Lucerne Blue, the brand new release from Christopher Ward, the 36mm. I want to apologize first of all for the late unboxing, the late review. I've had a first world problem. I was on vacation. Apologies for the delay in the video going out. And anyway, let's get into this video. This C63 Sealander, the Lucerne Blue, retails on the bracelet at £770 sterling. And on the strap, it comes in at £635 sterling. I've got it on the leather strap, not on the bracelet. But it is a 36mm watch. And let's see if it's too small on what this watch is all about. But before we do that, let's do a quick wristwatch check. And I am wearing my Rolex Datejust 16014, which is a 36mm Datejust. My birth year, very cool watch indeed. And yes, I do have an appeal. 36mm watches do appeal, but normally on the vintage side, not necessarily in regards to modern pieces. But let's change perspective. Let's take a closer look at the new release in hand. And there you have it, guys, the new C63 Sealander Lucerne Blue. I call it the Aqua Blue. Those of you that are watch enthusiasts will call it the Tiffany Blue, as a lot of the brands have gone with this color palette and Christopher Ward have followed suit. But in particular, the biggest difference that you'll notice with this new range of Christopher Ward is that it comes in at 36mm in terms of case diameter. There has been a recent trend with a lot of the brands going for smaller sizes. I think for me, in terms of sizes, I don't mind 36mm, but I'm normally a 36mm man when it comes to vintage pieces. Normally when it's modern pieces, I go for minimal 39mm right up to 42, 44 to a stretch. I have got a 7-inch wrist. In the summer, it does tend to swell up as well. It's very hot in the UK. So I probably could get away with wearing a 42 to 44. But my preference is normally 41, 42 in modern pieces. But when it comes to vintage, I'm very nostalgic when it comes to vintage pieces. And I do love a good old 36 or 37mm, whatever size it may be. But this is Christopher Ward's first 36mm watch. They've gone with some very interesting palettes of colors, as you saw in the intro, in the little highlights of their website. But it's an intriguing piece, the C63 Sealander. It's an all-purpose watch. It very much is a leisure timepiece. It's got 150 meters water resistance. But before I go into my first impressions, let's get the specifications out of the way, and I'll go through my thoughts in regards to this particular timepiece. Now, in terms of case diameter, it's 36mm, but I did measure it earlier, as it has got crown guards, as you can see here, guys. I reckon it comes in around about, depending on where you measure the watch, comes in at 36.5mm. Now, in terms of lug to lug, because of the actual light catcher case Christopher Ward are famous for, it's got a very nice lug to lug that you'd expect on a 36mm watch. It comes in at 42.7mm lug to lug. Now, looking at the case thickness, it has a 11mm case thickness, and it actually has quite a large crown. But although it's quite large, it does really suit this watch very well with those crown guards. Now, as you can see, you've got the date function there at 6 o'clock. Let's spin this watch over. But before we do so, let's have a look at the flat sapphire crystal. It has a very good anti-reflective coating as well. It's got your standard Christopher Ward fixed hands, and with the famous Trident second hand as well. And gone is the old Christopher Ward logo. And they've got, I think it's enameled applied on this new Christopher Ward logo at 12 o'clock. So let's pop this over And there you have the Sealander SW200, which is actually, for those of you that don't know, and I get this question a lot, is the Sealander SW200 a good movement? Well, yes, it is. It's a very good movement in the fact that it's a clone of an ETA 2824. So it's a clone. For obvious reasons, it's another video. Swatch Group did pull out a lot of their ETAs, so a lot of people went towards Sealander. It's a reliable, robust movement. Very good indeed. And you'll probably find a lot of these movements in a number of Christopher Ward watches, and that's by no means a bad thing, a very good thing indeed. Now you can see there's a slight decoration on the actual rotor, no major decoration. It's quite very much, you know, factory, come out of the factory like this, have decorated it. Fair enough. At this price point, you know, this is on the strap, it comes in at £635 sterling. On the bracelet, it comes in at £770 sterling. Now it comes with a very nice leather strap, very soft to the touch. It's 20mm bandwidth, easy release spring bars. What I have noticed here, actually, on this strap, it has a keeper, like a fabric here, which is some sort of silk fabric, holding the keeper in place. A little bit of innovation. I hate the fact when the keeper falls down, especially when you're trying to take a photograph. You always find afterwards that it's not in place, and it makes the photograph look like it wasn't done professionally. But very nicely done, Christopher Ward, in regards to the strap. Now, going back to the case, now looking at the light catcher case, this is what Christopher Ward have become really famous for. As you can see on the actual fixed bezel, there's a brush finishing, sort of satin finish. There's a lot of beveling happening. Let's just zoom in for you guys to check that out on terms of the beveling. Let's just give this a little polish on the beveling so you can see that there on the light catcher case. And this is where Christopher Ward really excel in the finishing of their cases. Absolutely sublime, I have to say. But overall, Christopher Ward here have produced a watch with market trends. Let's be honest, you know, this very much reminiscent of the OP color range that's come out. 36mm. Let's just put it aside to my Rolex Datejust 16014, which is 36mm. Yeah, look at that. Very nice indeed. Now, I do like the fact that it is, I would say, you know, 36mm. I think it's going to appeal to unisex, you know, to both male and females, I would say. And it's a great opportunity for you to buy a watch for the wife or your partner and say that you really bought it for them, but you can wear this watch from time to time. Now, there are many different color palettes, and I would say probably for me, in terms of the different color palettes, this has been sold out because it's the Tiffany blue, but there are also some other colors as well, like the yellow, the green, which are very nice indeed. Very much summer vibe watches, give you that vibe of summer, joy. But there are other color palettes like the black and the white that I think will be overall very successful, and over time will probably become the most popular in demand in regards to this range of watches, because they're going to be so much more versatile. You can wear them as daily wearers, not necessarily just for a summer watch. But, you know, this is quite overwhelming. You know, if I'm being overly critical, it's quite overwhelming in the fact with the strap combo. But I would say, guys, get this on the bracelet for sure. I think the bracelet is an absolute must for this particular timepiece, guys. And I say that because, not because this leather strap is no good that Christopher would provide. To be honest with you, it's a beautifully made strap. Look at that, the effort they've gone to in regards to the strap. But for a little bit more money, you get a very well executed bracelet with a great smooth micro adjustment, which is very nice indeed. And I would say that's essential. It's got easy release spring bars on the bracelet as well, and you can get your own strap or even get the Christopher Ward strap afterwards, because I believe, you know, the straps are going to be a lot cheaper to buy than the actual bracelet separately. I suggest doing that, guys. But overall, this piece, guys, I have to say, it's a cool piece. It's in with market trends, and if you're someone that actually really likes the OPs, that color palettes that they have, but you don't necessarily want to pull the trigger in regards to that price range, these make perfect sense for me because they really do represent that quality that you get at much higher prices, a higher price range. Now, this watch is executed very well indeed. Great quality control, great Swiss luminova. Let me leave an image of that for you. Very well applied with the indices, the logo. I love the trident hand as well. It's a cool watch, I have to say, very cool indeed. And I really do love the light catcher cases that Christopher Ward are producing. It's got a screw down crown as well, sapphire crystal, a reliable, robust movement. It's hard really to critique about this watch, but for me, you know, if I was being overly negative, looking at the loom, I would have loved the Christopher Ward logo to have a loom on it. That would be really cool if you could see that at night. But you know what I will suggest, Christopher Ward? I'm being overly critical, but I know that you guys listen. I would love to have the trident hand where that fork bit is to be loomed up. I just think that would look so cool at night. That would add even an extra dimension to this timepiece. But overall, guys, I have to say it's a very well constructed watch for the price. It's going to be a major success for Christopher Ward. All round package, I think it's a very good value proposition. Let me give you some footage of the watch in natural sunlight. Leave your comments below whether you think this watch is going to be a hit for Christopher Ward. But in saying that, this video is going out later than planned, and I noticed that this particular model is sold out. So I've got a 7-inch wrist. It wears perfectly on me, to be honest with you. 36mm watch is absolutely perfect. That light catcher case, those perfected lugs by Christopher Ward for the price. Very rarely seen at this price point. There are other brands that produce something to this level as well, but Christopher Ward really are leading the way in terms of their cases. But guys, I will suggest get this on the bracelet. Don't fall in the trap of getting it on the strap. You can always get the strap at a later date from Christopher Ward or mix it up with something else. I find it a little bit overpowering like this, but it's a great color coordination, that's for sure. It's a funky summer watch, very nice indeed. But overall, with all the lineup that they have, I think even the white and black should get your notice as well. They're great everyday watches that you can wear and enjoy and experience having a Swiss made watch, guys. So take care. Leave your comments in the description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe already, and I'll leave you with some footage of this beautiful Christopher Ward C63 Sealander. Take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.